Good morning, YouTube. It is Monday, February 13th, and we are here again another Monday morning looking to operate our business and generate some profits. As you are very well aware by now, we trade every day as the futures. And our approach to the markets is predominantly generate income, daily income. It's a way to maximize our overall income, another way to generate potentially another stream of income if we have a business outside trading or you have a job or you work for somebody, regular 9 to 5, and you're seeking for a way to go against inflation, or you're seeking for a way to just simply create an emergency fund, vacation fund, your new car fund, whatever it is, you want to add to what you're currently doing another stream of income. And so trading is our preferred method. Is quick, the execution is quick, the learning curve is massive. It is probably one of the biggest endeavor that you can potentially do just to learn it. Now, the way to overcome that and speed up the learning curve is by leveraging your time with our time. I have been particularly trading full-time every day the markets for about 5 years. But I've been in trading and investing since 2007. And on and off, running multiple businesses, having different kinds of jobs, hustling, as you know. I've always, since 2007, been an active participant of the markets. But for about 5 years, I decided to make this my daily core, bread and butter, as someone will say. And so here we are today. It's Monday. It is 6:47, and my objective is to make $350. $350 minimum with very low risk. Okay. Today we are so far, just to start the morning, looking at a very nice rally that took place around, what time was this? This thing started moving right at midnight last night, and it's just been breaking out of this bottom range, and now we're dealing with this resistance. So it is 6:48 at 7 a.m. We're gonna have the hour flip, so we should have some new volume coming in right after 7, as we are potentially looking to do a little bit of a pullback, ideally somewhere around here, and then have a continuation. Now these can potentially, just looking at what it could be, just a big range, and then continues to go lower from here, and it becomes a very good trap for all these bulls here. But we don't know that yet. One of my approaches to the market is we don't try to guess if it's gonna go here, if it's gonna go here. I'm not guessing, I'm just speculating potential ways. It could go up, it could go down, or it could stay here just for the next 2 hours before market opens. We don't know. What we trade is what we see in the moment, and what we focus is in learning how to trade what we see in the moment. Are we perfect all the time? Absolutely not. We are perfect at being imperfect. So, but we take this seriously as a business, and we try to master our craft by working hard every day, learning, studying, trial and error, testing. Now, having a mentor will indeed help you shorten the learning curve. I am a firm believer that the way to learn the markets is with a mentor. If you buy a trading course for 500, 1,000, 2,000, $3,000, but you don't have direct access to a mentor that can be with you daily during the market sessions, is really hard, because the markets change and behave differently every day. That's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people loses money. It's just simply because they are trading within a strategy or using tactics that were applicable last week, but not necessarily this week. Now, trading rules are the same and they remain the same, but the way the market behaves is what changes, because you're dealing with emotions, greed, and fear of millions of people, depending on which market you're trading. And so, it is Monday. As we look at our calendar for news today, it seems to be a very light day. We shouldn't be worrying about much. Now, days without news, they could be smooth days. For the most part, they could also be rangy days, because there is a large pool. Perhaps most of institutional traders, they have in their trading desk, they have those who they move the markets after the news, or pre the release of news. And so Mondays, sometimes those traders are not participating, so the large amount of liquidity is not present, and causing the market to be a little bit more rangy. That's not always true. Like I said, it changes all the time. It's a new day. It's just new participants, and we may have, like I said, a very smooth day or a very rangy day. Tomorrow is going to be interesting, right at 8:30. In fact, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, those 3 days, we have news releases at 8:30. So we'll see how that goes when we get there. But as far as today, we are on the clear to trade and trade what we see the market's doing now. My trading rule for today is going to be number 4, and it's on mindset. Remember, we have technical trading rules. We also have money management trading rules, and we have mindset trading rules. And mindset is perhaps the biggest part, followed by money management. The technical, it's probably the easiest part, but getting rid of bad habits, especially if you are, and let me take that back. Getting rid of bad habits could potentially be good habits in another industry. For the most part, we are all trained to be winners. We are all trained to uh, focus on being at the top or outperform whether our competitors or ourselves. But in trading, our trading rule lies on learning how to lose. Okay? It's not about learning how to win. Wins will come. The market will give you the profits if you know how to lose. By that I mean managing your expenses. If you're starting a business and you have your P&L, you know you're going to have your revenue and you're going to have your expenses. For trading, all of our winning trades are considered to be our revenue. All of our losses, aka expenses. You see, the word loss has a negative connotation that triggers a subconscious mindset of failure. Okay? We call them expenses. So if I am down $300, $400, that so far has been my expense to generate X. So when I say the key is for you to focus on knowing and learning how to lose, is how do you manage your positions in a way that your losses can be sustained over and over as part of your revenue, as part of your expenses in your statement. Okay. And so winnings are revenue, losses, and commissions are all considered part of expenses. With this in mind, remember, expenses are part of any business, therefore, don't avoid them. That's why I don't like to call them losses, because we all have been trained since school, since we were in kindergarten. You know, we don't want to lose. We don't want to lose in school. We don't want to lose in sport. We don't want to lose in business. We don't want to lose. So our subconscious is programmed to push back against losing. But in trading, that is perhaps one of the biggest reasons why people lose. The more afraid you are of something, the more you attract that to you. So when you're trading with the fear of losing, you will lose. It's guaranteed. But when you trade and you approach the markets in a consistent base, rule-based, technically, money management, meaning the set amount of money you are willing to use as your expense, and then that mindset leading everything else, then you increases your chances to be here for years. I've been here for years, and I am not rich. I am not. But I have learned to consistently perform the markets. Becoming rich is a byproduct of perseverance in the markets. But you cannot endure the brutal performance of the professional market makers if you don't know how to lose. So with this in mind, remember, expenses are part of any business. Therefore, don't avoid them, but rather keep them low while the revenue grows consistently. There is a calculator out there online. I think it's called Compound Calculator. And in that, you can play around, but it shows you 1% a day, 1% a day will compound into an incredible amount in just a matter of a year or two. So if you have a $30,000 account and you focus on making $300 a day, right? 30,300. That's 1%. 1%. You compound that every day. You're looking at about somewhere, excluding weekends and excluding days you don't trade and excluding days that your expenses exceed your revenue, you potentially be gravitating somewhere around 18 to 20% a month. And that is insane. There is nothing out there that can generate that kind of revenue, that kind of gain. Now, because we are doing it for income, we pull money out of that or out of those gains monthly. But imagine if you do this for growth, which you could, especially like I said, if you do have an established main source of income, a job or a business, and you want to grow your capital and you want to use our technique, this is it. Because our focus is to try to generate at least 1%. And I'm going to tell you, and if you look at my videos, starting with the premise that is a $30,000 account, which I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying, and I'm looking for 350, and for the most part, it's 5, 7, 800. You do the math. So anyways, so that's it for all this morning introduction as we're watching these markets. As you can see, we're pretty much stuck here on the top, and but it seems to be that we're beginning to have some. No, nothing. We're not having anything. We're still here stuck. So I'm gonna be quiet for a minute, and I will let you hear some music. By the way, if you're watching the live stream or this video, I think and I hope the music selection that I have is somehow pleasant. It does relaxes me when I'm trading, and it's intended to make you feel chill and calm. You don't want to be listening to heavy metal or techno or electric music. You don't want to be listening to something that potentially make your brain vibrate at a higher rate than what the market is really doing. You want to be calm. You want to be relaxed in a quiet environment and just relax. So I selected this music that perhaps that's what it does. It relaxes you. So what I recommend is, if you're watching live and you don't want to be glued to every movement of the charts, just leave the audio on. And when you hear that sexy voice from the computer saying order filled, then you can look at it and see what's going on. Because every time I go into a position, the system will say order filled, whether I'm closing or I am entering. So feel free to listen to the music, and if you hear order filled, then you can pay some attention to what's happening. All right, I'll talk to you later. Oh, please subscribe. Help me grow this channel. Help me help people and reach more people with this amazing way of trading. and subscribe, and then turn on notifications so you can be automatically alerted when I'm live or I am uploading a video. I'm already preparing a bunch of training that I'm going to be uploading in the near future, and I'm working on those right now so you guys can have some quality content. So just subscribe, turn on notification, comment, ask me questions there and in the comment section, and then like it, please like it. As you know, this is the Google game, and that's how Google works. You know, the more likes, the more comments, the more subscriptions, and they will be ranking our video higher so we can become relevant for those out there looking for information. All right, so subscribe and turn notifications and share it. Share it with your friends. So I am tempted to jump into this breakout. You know, the amount of volume coming in, it's very interesting because even though this thing has been moving up since midnight last night and it is 7:17 right now, these people are hammering all these sellers here. Look at this. So just from the structural perspective, there are going to be traders who are not, I mean, a large amount of traders who are not looking at order flow that will be shorting here. It's just going to be because it's the first time we touch this high since, when was this? I guess Friday. Yeah, since Friday at 2 a.m. So technically from Thursday to Friday. That was at 4 a.m. So you know they're going to be there, but you know we are. Yeah, they're going to smash through the 20s. Well, at least that's what they're trying to do. They just hit 25. These are the type of plays that I like to fade rather than do a continuation. Just don't want to go against all these buying orders. I want to see some selling, some large orders here selling to feel more confident in fading this thing, which as of now, they are not. They keep buying it. But the 30s, they tend to be a good area for shorting, especially when you're coming from 65. So the 30s and the 40s, between 30 and 40s, that's a good area to called premium area for selling or sellers.
fulfilled.
All right, let's talk about what happened. I am going to wrap it up for today. I got to my goal, and the market is a bit rangy now. The good move happened overnight, as I explained earlier, from midnight until about 6:30, maybe 7. Right after 7, it really got into a not an exciting move, but it's 7:55. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think this was too loud. Let me adjust this. That I think that's much better. Okay. So what we got? You saw me trading live. I took. Let's see here. We got the first three were negative. You saw those red. Those red trades. So those were my expenses. Remember, that is how we view these things, and we see them right here. So today I managed my risk to be at $130 plus the commissions for those trades. My expense today was $139. Okay, and that happened between 7:24 and 7:43, and that was actually two trades, 130 for my expenses and uh, $9.25 for my commissions, which is part of my expense. Okay, and this was a perfect day to show you or illustrate how to manage the risk. What I was telling you earlier when we opened up the video and we were talking about the rule of viewing our losses as expenses. Because when you look at that, you feel more confident that you're managing it well, especially with an instrument like NASDAQ that is so volatile. You want to keep this at the minimum that you could handle, okay, for the day. And those days might change from day to day. But profits, I took four. Actually, I took a total of six trades. Two of them were expenses, four of them were positive or revenue. And total profit was $545. And as you can see here, after my expense, my net for the day is 389 and 10. Yes, in the back of my head, I like, oh, let me round it up to 400. But no, this is just foolish thoughts. We stay consistent with our targets, and my target is 350. Anything above that is it's whipped cream in top of the pie. Okay, but for today, on a day that is, as you can see, is not moving as I like, it's not. It's actually entering into some sort of a range, and perhaps will be like that until the opening, and maybe we have the whole day like this. I don't know. I won't be here. I'm gonna wrap it up now. I'm gonna close the video. It is 7:57 a.m. on Monday the 13th, and again, got a 66%. I mean, you can see the execution of these trades are very clean, and we just go with the flow. 415 for my gross minus 130. We met our goal for our daily target. Oh, my commissions to generate that was 25, which is part of the whole overall expense included. Okay, so good day. Thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed this stream. And I guess the next thing to say, or the next thing is just I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. By the way, I'll give you tomorrow because I might see trades later today. I'm not going to add it to this video, but tomorrow or maybe tonight, I will, whatchamacallit, I will show you those. Okay, so again, thank you so much for being here. That's it. Remember to subscribe, turn notifications on, and join us again next time. Thank you for watching.